Enter the late 18th century, an era of revolution, enlightenment, and change. It was a time when the world was on the cusp of something new, something transformative. The stage was set for a series of historical events that would forever change the course of human history. Across the Atlantic in the newly formed United States of America, the seeds of revolution had been sown. The American Revolution, a war fought for independence from British rule, was in full swing. This war, fueled by the passionate cry for liberty and self-governance, was a testament to the indomitable spirit of the American people. Meanwhile, in Europe, the Enlightenment was unfolding. This intellectual and philosophical movement championed reason, individualism, and skepticism towards traditional authority. It was a period of significant social and political change, characterized by a shift from faith-based to reason-based belief systems. These two monumental events, the American Revolution and the Enlightenment, were not merely historical happenings. They were powerful forces that shaped the worldviews and ideologies of the people living during this time. And one such individual was Thomas Jefferson, a man who would not only witness these events but also play a pivotal role in them. Jefferson, a man of the Enlightenment, was deeply influenced by its principles. His belief in the power of reason, the importance of individual liberty, and the necessity of questioning traditional authority would significantly impact his contributions to America. Simultaneously, the American Revolution brought him to the forefront of American politics, presenting him with the opportunity to apply these Enlightenment principles in real-world scenarios. His experiences and beliefs during this transformative era would shape his vision for America, a vision that would guide his actions as one of the nation's founding fathers, its third president, and a champion for the rights of the individual. In this time of transformation, one man would rise to become a key player in shaping the future of America: Thomas Jefferson. Born into a prominent Virginia family, Thomas Jefferson was destined for a life of significance. The third of 10 siblings, he was born in the year 1743 in Shadwell, a plantation town in Virginia. His parents, Peter Jefferson, a successful planter and surveyor, and Jane Randolph, from a distinguished Virginia family, provided him with a comfortable upbringing and access to elite education. From a young age, Jefferson exhibited a thirst for knowledge. He was an avid reader, devouring books on philosophy, science, and the classics. At the tender age of 9, he began studying Latin, Greek, and French, laying the foundation for his future career as a lawyer and statesman. Jefferson's education continued at the College of William and Mary in Williamsburg, where he studied mathematics, metaphysics, and philosophy under Professor William Small, who introduced him to the Enlightenment thinkers who would greatly influence his political philosophy. His love for learning didn't stop there. Jefferson also studied law under George Wythe, one of the most respected lawyers of the time. This was a crucial step in his journey towards becoming a lawyer, a profession he would join in 1767. But Jefferson's interests were not limited to law and philosophy. He also had a keen interest in architecture, music, and agriculture, showcasing his versatile intellect. He was a man deeply interested in human rights, a passion that would later fuel his political career and shape the American nation. His early entry into politics was as a representative of Albemarle County in the Virginia House of Burgesses in 1769. There he began to make his mark, voicing concerns about the rights of colonists under the British rule. From his humble beginnings in Shadwell to his initial strides in law and politics, Thomas Jefferson's early life was marked by an insatiable curiosity and a fierce commitment to justice. These attributes, combined with his education and early experiences, laid the groundwork for his influential role in American history. His passion for knowledge and justice would eventually lead him to the heart of the American Revolution. As the winds of revolution stirred, Thomas Jefferson found himself at the forefront of the struggle for independence. In the year 1776, Jefferson was entrusted with a monumental task: to pen the Declaration of Independence, a document that would serve as a beacon of hope for a new nation, and a rallying cry for freedom from British rule. Jefferson, with his eloquent prose and visionary ideas, crafted a document that spoke to the highest ideals of human rights and liberty. His words, "We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal," became a defining statement for the American Revolution and for the emerging nation. But Jefferson's role in the American Revolution was not confined to his desk. In 1778, he was appointed to France as a diplomat. Jefferson's time in France was marked by his tireless efforts to secure French support for the American cause. His diplomatic finesse helped to cement France's commitment to the fledgling United States, a critical factor in the ultimate success of the Revolution. In France, Jefferson also absorbed the ideas of the European Enlightenment, which further shaped his political philosophy. He became a strong advocate for the principles of republicanism and the rights of man, principles that would later guide his presidency. Jefferson's contribution to the American Revolution was immense. His words provided the philosophical foundation for the new nation, while his diplomatic efforts ensured it had the necessary support to stand on its own 2 feet. His vision of a nation built on the principles of liberty and equality continues to resonate with us today. With the stroke of his pen, Thomas Jefferson had forever etched his name into the annals of American history. From the battlefield to the presidential office, Thomas Jefferson would continue to shape the destiny of the young nation. This profound statement rings true as we delve into Jefferson's presidency, a period that spanned from 1801 to 1809. As the third president of the United States, Jefferson was met with a unique set of challenges and opportunities. One of his most notable achievements was the Louisiana Purchase, an acquisition that nearly doubled the size of the nation. In 1803, Jefferson saw an opportunity to expand the country's territory and seized it, purchasing 828,000 square miles from France at a cost of approximately $15 million. This move marked a significant turning point in the nation's history, opening up vast new lands for exploration and settlement. The exploration of these new territories was made possible through the Lewis and Clark expedition. Commissioned by Jefferson himself, this expedition was tasked with exploring the newly acquired Western Territory, and it provided valuable information about the geography, Native American tribes, and wildlife of the region. While these landmark achievements were taking place on home soil, turmoil was brewing overseas. Europe was embroiled in conflict, and the United States, under Jefferson's leadership, sought to maintain neutrality. Jefferson's efforts to keep the young nation out of the European wars were met with criticism from some quarters, but he remained steadfast, prioritizing the country's interests over international politics. His presidency was a time of immense growth and change for the United States, and Jefferson's leadership was instrumental in navigating these waters. He was a visionary, a man who saw beyond the immediate and looked to the future, setting the stage for the nation's westward expansion and its emergence as a world power. Even after his presidency, Jefferson's influence on American life and politics remained undeniable. His principles, his vision, and his unwavering commitment to the nation he helped to build continue to resonate in the annals of American history. Despite retiring from public office, Jefferson's work was far from over. The ceaseless flame of his intellect and passion for public service continued to burn brightly in the twilight of his years. He took on one of the most ambitious tasks of his life, founding the University of Virginia. This wasn't just any university. It was a revolutionary concept, the first of its kind in America, designed to be a place where the leaders of tomorrow could be nurtured and guided, free from religious or political influence. Even in his retirement, Jefferson's pen never rested. He continued his correspondence with friends, colleagues, and even rivals. His letters were not merely friendly exchanges, but thoughtful discourses on matters of state, philosophy, and the future of the nascent American nation. His thoughts, ideas, and wisdom shared through these letters continue to offer insight and inspiration. As the years went by, Jefferson's health began to decline, yet he remained active, both mentally and physically, until the very end. His final act of defiance against the inexorable march of time came on July 4th, 1826. On that day, exactly 50 years after the signing of the Declaration of Independence, Thomas Jefferson breathed his last. His death, on the anniversary of the nation's birth, seemed a fitting end for a man who had given so much of himself to the cause of American independence. But Jefferson's story does not end with his death. His vision of a nation governed by the people for the people has become the bedrock of American democracy. His belief in the power of education as a tool for social change is reflected in the countless schools, colleges, and universities that dot the American landscape. His commitment to liberty and equality remains a beacon for all those who strive for a more just and equitable world. Thomas Jefferson, philosopher, statesman, and visionary, left a legacy that continues to shape America to this day. From his humble beginnings to his lasting impact, Thomas Jefferson's life was a testament to his belief in liberty and progress. This man, who we've come to know as a founding father, a revolutionary thinker, and our third president, was a force to be reckoned with. Born into a relatively ordinary life in Virginia, his journey was anything but ordinary. His role in the American Revolution was pivotal. Jefferson didn't just fight for independence, he articulated the very reasons for it. His eloquent words in the Declaration of Independence, asserting the inalienable rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, remain a beacon of hope and freedom to this day. And then there was his presidency. In his 2 terms, Jefferson doubled the size of the United States with the Louisiana Purchase, setting the stage for westward expansion. He also repealed the international slave trade, though it's important to remember that he, like many of his contemporaries, was a slaveholder himself. This tension between the ideals of liberty he championed and the realities of his time is a part of his complex legacy. Beyond politics, Jefferson was a man of ideas. His vision for education was years ahead of its time. He believed in a well-rounded curriculum that fostered critical thinking. His founding of the University of Virginia was a testament to this vision, and it remains one of his enduring contributions to American society. But perhaps most significantly, Jefferson's philosophy of government, the belief in the power of the people, the value of individual rights, and the necessity of a limited government, has profoundly shaped the American ethos. It's a philosophy that continues to resonate, reminding us of the ideals we should strive for. As we remember Thomas Jefferson, we are reminded of the power of ideas and the enduring spirit of the American Revolution. His life was a symphony of thought and action, a testament to the power of belief and the will to enact change. And that, in essence, is the legacy of Thomas Jefferson. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and share. We strive to bring you videos we think you will enjoy about our Savior Jesus Christ and American history. Join our family and subscribe. May God bless you and all your endeavors. Thank you for watching.